Hi there. It's Miss Tiffany from the Butler Area Public Library, and I am here with another Library 101 video. Library 101 is a series where you can learn more about the Butler Area Public Library, about libraries in general, and about information literacy. Today, we are taking another deep dive into the Dewey Decimal System, where we will be focusing on the 800s. And the 800s is where we will find literature. So remember, the Dewey Decimal System is broken into different sections called the hundreds. And within the hundreds, we then break it down into subsections because the Dewey Decimal System starts general and moves to more specific. So anything having to do with literature in any form is going to be found in the 800s section of the Dewey Decimal System. So let's break down the 800s right now. First of all, we have the 800s. That's 800 to 809.99 into infinity. And this is where we're going to find general works regarding literature. This might be where we would find things like encyclopedias of literary history or lists or bibliographies regarding a particular author's works. So anything very general related to literature is going to be found in the 800s section. Next, we have the 810s. That's 810 to 819.99. And this is where we will find information regarding American and Canadian literature. Most notably in this section, you will find poetry at 811. Next, we have the 820s. So that's 820 to 829.99 into infinity. And this is where you're going to find English literature. Now, we don't mean English literature in the fact that it is written in English, because American literature is written in English as well. We mean English literature in that the authors and the literature itself originate in the UK. So anything from Britain, England, the British Isles, Ireland, the UK will all be found in the 820s under English literature. Next, we have the 830s. That's 830 to 839.99 into infinity. And this is where we will find works of German literature. The 840s, which is 840 to 849.99 into infinity, is where we will find French literature. The 850s, which is 850 to 859.99 into infinity, is where we will find Italian literature. So we're seeing a pattern develop in that each tens section covers literature of a different nation or area of Europe in terms of where that literature originates from. So the 860s, which is 860 to 869.99 into infinity, is Spanish and Portuguese literature. The 870s, which is 870 to 879.99 into infinity, is Latin literature. The 880s, which is 880 to 889.99 into infinity, is Greek literature. And then the 890s, which is 890 to 899.99 into infinity, is literatures of all other languages, which you can imagine is a pretty broad scope. So anything that is Russian literature, Scandinavian literature, any literature not covered in one of the other more specific tens categories will be found in the 890s. As you can imagine, in the children's department, mostly we're going to see works in the 810s, which is American and Canadian literature, or the 820s, which is English literature, because we don't have a lot of people researching at a children's level literature in other languages. So you're mostly going to find the 810s and the 820s here in the children's department. Up in the adult nonfiction department, you may find some of the other languages represented in the literature section. But again, you're mostly going to find works in English, either in the 810s American and Canadian literature or the 820s English literature. When you're looking at libraries at colleges, universities, other academic institutions, you're more likely to see works of literature in some of those other TENS areas, whether it's literature that's in Italian or German or Spanish or Russian, because they have people studying those specific subsets of literature. I hope this deep dive into the 800s literature section of the Dewey Decimal Classification System has been helpful for you. I have uploaded a worksheet that is actually a crossword puzzle regarding famous authors, and I'm going to link it into the description of this video. If you have any questions, whether it's related to literature or the Dewey Decimal System or anything library related, or you would like to suggest a topic for a future Library 101 video, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find my contact information in the video description as well. Thanks so much for watching and happy reading.